Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are here to look at a brand new eyeshadow palette that I am super excited about because of two reasons. It's Valentine's Day inspired and it's Sydney Grace. We're going to look at the new Sydney Grace Be Mine eyeshadow palette. In addition, this is the last non-foundation video that will be published within Not Fit for Print Beauty Foundation Month. This is one of the last times that virtual confetti is going to fly all over this screen. We still have one more foundation that I'm waiting its arrival. That's going to come in under the wire. But other than that, we are almost done with the foundation month. So if you want to know the combination that I am wearing today of our new primer and new foundation, just stick around till the end. But I want to get right into this brand new Valentine's Day release from lovely independent beauty brand Sydney Grace. This is the Be Mine eyeshadow palette. It is $52 and it comes in two versions, light or dark. I have picked up the light palette, which I'm going to show you right now. So let's take a look at it in the pan. A little bit messy because of course I've been playing with it. This is gives you a look for kind of a soft everyday look, or it can be a really sultry date night look. And in the dark palette, all the shades, there's 15 shades in here, and the shades in the dark palette are actually the same except for 6 different shades. And the 6 shades that are different, just for your reference, are the shades Smooch, All Mine, so this is going to be different. This one that my finger is on is going to be different. All Mine is going to be different in the dark palette. Love Me is this one right here, is going to be different in the darker palette. I'm putting my finger right on it. Flirty will be different. Let me find that one. Flirty will be different in the dark palette. This pink right here. Soulmates will be different in the darker palette. This pink shade right here that my pinky is on will be different. And Darling, this shade right here, will be different, a little darker for anyone who enjoys dark shades, or you feel that your skin tone reacts better with darker shades. Those are the 6 shades that are different in the dark palette. The others are all the same. I want to look really quickly. We're going to do a comparison here, but I want to look really quickly at my light version of the Be Mine palette on my arm, swatched here in studio lighting. So take a look at all 15 shades there in studio lighting first before we step outside, just to give you an idea of what those shades look like. Aren't they beautiful? It's such a romantic palette. And then I want you to take a look at them outside in the warm California sunshine. Nothing gives us perspective on color the way sunlight does and daylight, natural lighting does. So take a look at them outside there. That is the Be Mine light shades, and as I explained to you, 6 shades will be a little different in the darker palette. Now, before we do a quick comparison here, let me just say that I have heard some talk that a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, we have seen this color palette before. We have, but when you get anything lovely and wearable from Sydney Grace, it is such a treat. There is nothing like their formula. I honestly don't know what kind of magic they put in these things, but they are so smooth, they are so blendable, and they are so powerful. I did think, and it's probably the romance Valentine aspect, I did think of the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. I have the older version because I'm old school with Sydney Grace. I have it's not in this tin anymore, but I have the older version of that light palette. Let me just hold those two up for you to see next to one another. There they are. Here's the light Enduring Love, which I thought of because of Valentine's Day. And here is, let me get this in the right lighting here, the light Be Mine new palette that I'm shaking up and down here. And what I did just really quickly, and I'm really happy to do this for you guys a little more over on Instagram, just request it from me. But what I did here is I kept the Be Mine light swatches on my arm, and then just over the top really quickly I threw what appeared to me to be some of the most relevant shades from the Light Enduring Love palette by Sydney Grace. So take a look at those there. And if you need the whole thing, you know, the whole palette next to each other or whatever you need, I love to do those kind of things over over on Instagram. So just drop a note below or hit me up on Instagram or however you're comfortable doing it so I can get those swatches up for you. Any comparison, either Sydney Grace comparisons or cross-brand comparisons that you need to help make your shopping a little bit easier, just ask me and I'm happy to do it over on Instagram. But I did want you to see those that I thought were the most relevant from Enduring Love. And it could be that I just thought of Enduring Love because it's a Valentine's theme, but I do think that some of the shades kind of cross over. It's just such a treat to use these. And we are going to come back in just a moment with nothing on my eyes so that we can recreate this, I think, very sultry romantic look that I have created here on my eyes today. So stick around, and after that, we will discuss my foundation combination for the day. Okay, we're going to try this on. Now, if there's a little bit of a lighting difference, and there might be, between my intro and this video, just know that I've been having a few little tech issues. A few is an understatement, but I'll spare you the details. And so a lot of things didn't record yesterday, and we're trying again today, and that might make the lighting a little bit different. If so, my apologies. Okay, let's dig in here. We're going to start with a rougher 27. And since I've now done this look a few times, trust me, I know what I'm doing. And we're going to start with the shade Flirty, which is this shade all the way over right here. And I'm just going to put it kind of all over my eyes. This palette is such a pleasure to work with. And like I said, joking aside, I have had tech issues. So I've been kind of doing this look. This will be the 5th time. And we don't know if it's recording yet. This will be the 5th time. So I've really been able to play with this palette, 5 times in the space of 24 hours. So I'm getting a great feel for it, and it's quite lovely. And, not joking, seriously. All right, let's do some Soulmates right here. And we're going to put that just kind of in the corners. I'm just doing back and forth windshield wiper motions. I have hooded eyes, and so I've got to go a little bit higher than some of you might. I think there's more of us hooded eye folks than non-hooded eye. Do you know that? I don't know. Raise your hand if you have hooded eyes. So I'm just kind of going over there and there, and then I'm going to take this little Refer 23 and go into Soulmates and run that all the way underneath my eye as well. Put it on a little bit there. And then I think we're going to go into Darling and put that a little bit here. To be honest with you, it has been since yesterday, so now I can't quite remember what I did. This might be a different look than you saw in the intro. That one recorded. Oh, technology. Fickle mistress. And let's do a little bit of Cupid as well. Just kind of doing a purpley rosy look, which is odd for me because you guys know I don't really usually love purple. And I definitely think we're getting a different look than you saw in the intro. I kind of can't remember what I did. I'm just going with my fancy. But I really like it. Okay, let's go into Flirty. No, let's go back into Flirty. And let's put a little bit over the top of the eye. I know we started with Flirty, but that was just the base. And we just kind of have a really glowing kind of romantic look, which I really like. And then I'm going to take a Refer number 3, and I'm going to go into Smooch, which is this first shade here. And remember, some of these shades are a little bit different in the darker palette. And just kind of put it here and here. Well, so what we're going to do is we're going to put on, I think it needs a really dark black liner and some jet black mascara just to keep that romance of it. And then we're going to come back and look at it together and say a little prayer to the gods above of technology that all this is working out okay. Oh, okay, I'm back with a final look. Let me take you through it a little bit here by just closing my eyes. I have such hooded eyes, it's a little tough to see if not. So I wanted you to see it, and it does turn out to be a little bit different than the look in the intro. So hey, 2 looks. Technology wasn't working against us so much. As I said in my intro, a lot of people say it's a familiar color story, and maybe that's true, but this is such an experience, as I also said, to work with these shades and the creaminess of it. What a lovely, fun experience. If you are somebody like me who has a true enjoyment for putting on your eyeshadow, it's fun, creative, and you love that creamy eyeshadow, not powdery, but kind of creamy. I mean, you owe it to yourself to try something by Sydney Grace. I think this would be a great one, and I would have loved to have tried the dark palette too, but so many of the shades are similar. I showed some uncharacteristic restraint, but is absolutely a beautiful palette, and I am so pleased with it. Okay, as you know, it is the, oh geez, when you are seeing this video, it will be the next to last day of Not Fit for Print Beauty Foundation Month, and this is the last non-foundation video. As I told you earlier, we do have one more foundation squeezing in under the ropes, and then we will definitely do a recap together. But I wanted to tell you the combination that I have in place today, and it's kind of an interesting one. I'm messing with some rules here. I went ahead and took the new Dior Forever Matte, the newly formulated. So it's not new as such, but it's reformulated. The new Dior Forever Matte. And I went ahead and sometimes this was a little bit too matte for me, and I felt like it was sinking into lines after a few hours. So this time I put it over the brand new, also reformulated Smashbox primer. This is the Illuminate primer. And I feel that putting a slightly illuminating or dewy primer under this matte didn't really make it any less matte, as you might be seeing my highlighter, but it allowed it to kind of move and sit on my face a little better. Not that my skin is that dry, and if you have an oily complexion, maybe that's not the right move for you, but my skin is normal, can go dry, it is a little chilly out. It just helped the foundation kind of move and glide on my skin a little bit, and it's made me really start liking this foundation. And as I said, because of tech issues, I filmed yesterday and today, which means I have worn this foundation look 2 days in a row, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to have to try this just over the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter too. Talk about a dewy kind of primer. If you own this and you have dry to normal skin, give it a try with some sort of a dewy primer. It doesn't have to be this one. And let me know if that works for you and if you like it better that way. Let me know. I'm always wanted to hear what you guys think, so definitely drop a comment and tell me if you have picked this up from Sydney Grace as well. What a delightful palette. Definitely let me know in comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I know that YouTube recommends videos anyway, but the actual click on the subscription definitely helps me get my videos out to more people. It's the greatest compliment you can give me, and I appreciate it very much. I want to see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.